G'day everyone, Gareth here from Organic Growing Melbourne. I thought I'd do a quick update on the garden. We've had about 3 days of rain. I haven't been able to do anything out here really, so I thought I'd come out and do a quick video. So a couple of things I've noticed is the 2 lychees I've got. I mean, this one's doing alright. These are the ones, 2 lychees that was delivered in 45-degree heat, I think over 2 or 3 days, I can't remember now. But this one's doing fine, but unfortunately this one, which pretty much died all the way back, this new growth now is looks as though now it's dying off. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully it'll come back in when the weather warms up. But I also thought I'd show you the avocados here. So we've got the bacon avocado here, and it's starting to swell up some big buds here now. And then you've got the Pinkerton here, which is starting to bud up. One thing I did notice with the bacon is the buds are just huge on these. I cut them off last year, so we'll see how it goes this year. I want to try and get a bit more growth out of it, obviously. Same with the Pinkerton. It's a very skinny looking tree, but as you can see, these buds are swelling up here and here. But as you can see, it's a very spindly tree compared to the bacon, which is a lot thicker. Apart from that, obviously not much has happened. In winter, the black sapote is still holding its fruit on. I did notice a new one here too. I didn't notice last time. There's a smaller one just here, look. There. And of course it's a heap of I mean, these are all fruit, but whether they'll actually develop into, oh, here's another one here, look. Whether they'll develop into edible fruit or not, I don't know. Fingers crossed. I think I said, oh, I think there's another one here too. Yeah. I'm hoping, I think I said in my last video that hopefully when it warms up, this fruit will start swelling up again. I don't know. This is the first time this has actually produced fruit, so I'm very excited about that. Black sapote, tropical fruit tree bearing fruit in Melbourne. More updates here. These are the 2 grafted black sapote here, which they did flower, and you can see that they just fall off. They're too young to hold on to any sort of fruit. You can see a flower here that's not opened. But yeah, you see here again, they'll probably just fall off. Yeah. The chicken update. There we go. He's running down to the girls. Mulberries are fully pruned now. The star fruit, or the carambola, although we're in winter, it is developing new growth, which is good, which is really good. Hopefully we'll get a lot more growth out of this year. And then over here I've got this little tiny greenhouse here. We're at, I can't even see that in there. We're about just over 18 degrees, almost 19 degrees in here. There is a little bar heater at the back there. But so in here we have a miracle fruit. But this has not grown at all since I've had it, and they're very slow growing fruit. But so in here I've got my 2 soursop, just to keep the temperature just a couple of degrees above the outside temperature. But we've got, what have we got here? This is the Rollinia, very tropical. But if you look here, new growth. Lots of new growth up the top here, just there as well. So, and here's all this new growth here. Haven't really done a good check on this one, but this is all new growth since I put it in here, middle of winter. In, what did I say, 18, 19 degrees. So yeah, it's a little bit warmer. It's going to be about 3 degrees cooler out here, I reckon. So we're at 15 degrees. We're actually about 4 degrees higher, which is good. As long as I can keep that above 5 degrees, they shouldn't suffer too much. But we'll see how they go. We've only got a couple of months to go now, and I could probably not neglect, but not be too careful. Put them outside in the sun more often. So these are the dragon fruits here. The 3 dragon fruits I got from Daly's. They're doing alright. I do have another 2 inside, but I'm going to risk it and keep these outside and see how they go. Again, hibiscus. If you want some colour in your garden, I would highly recommend hibiscus for Melbourne. I've had flowers all year round with these. All year round. Some of them sort of stop flowering, but as you can see, there's some buds down here. This one's trying to bring up another flower. That one looks like it might have stopped. Flower buds, aphids, more flower buds. A big weed I've never noticed before. Everything else out here is doing really well. We've got the Djibouti Carvies here. This is the large leaf variety. Again, I did I filmed this last time and showed you that I'm always getting growth on this. And there's the new growth all here. I've got my daughter with me today. She's pretty good at remembering some of these trees here. Maybe more the fruit trees that we've had for a while. These subtropicals, maybe not so much. I don't know whether Ella Rose, do you remember what this one's called? Not a chance. No, I didn't think so. This actually isn't a tropical tree.
Probably a new one.
This is a tree for a temperate climate. This is the Cherimoya. And the frost sensitivity on this is medium. If you were to get really hard frosts, you're probably gonna get some damage on here. But again, we've got new growth here. So yeah, here's the new growth here, which is promising. That could probably end up going in the ground, I reckon, this season. I think I might find an area at the front for this one. And then we have a mango here, and I was looking at this yesterday, and although it hasn't really grown much, we're going to get new growth. In fact, I've noticed here, if you look just here, you can see a little bit of swelling. Let's see if I can just out here. I can't really get it. Just behind my finger there. A little bit of swelling there. So we're going to get a branch coming out of that one. I did see a few more. There's another one coming out just there. But yeah, look, you can see we're going to get some new growth out of this one. Hopefully a bit earlier than last season, because it was such a late season last year. It didn't really start getting out any new growth until really late in the season, like probably a month and a half, 2 months late. And then again, it comes into budding and developing fruit, and then the cold came and they all just started falling off. But this is another tree I'm considering putting in the ground this spring, like late spring. I can't do anything sort of mid-spring or start of spring, because we still get a little bit of frost. I've made that mistake before when treating my front lawn. Pretty much we got 4 days in a row of frost and the grass died back. I'm in the process of moving the asparagus which I had here, and I got rid of one of the beds. I'm having to put all my veggie patches over here. Over here, because the chickens have just annihilated my veggie patch. I'm going to have to, so everything's going to come out here. I'm going to grow my vegetables out here. I'm going to transplant and put asparagus over here in this bed. I'll take this maybe layer, another garden bed high, and put the asparagus in there. And then here, these were the asparagus beds that was up there. And I'm moving it because the bananas are encroaching. So these were the beds, and I'll put them in front of the fence here. This is where I'm going to plant my grapevines. So yes, hi girls. As you can see, you're probably wondering what all this is. So with this garden bed here, used to be as high as that, and I tried the hugelkultur method. And I put all these logs at the bottom of it, and then put my soil on top. And these were all the palm trees that I cut up that were all in this garden bed here. This was full of palm trees in here. We had them here, all in here. There's one left. They're all in here, and then actually all in the centre of the garden here. I've got them all cut down. I've used them as the edge of my garden bed here, and then the hugelkultur method in this garden bed, which was good. Which was really good, but it dropped down a lot, the garden bed. I thought I think it's been over a year. I thought this would have broken down a lot more, but these thinner ones, you can see, have broken down. But some of them are even still green. Look. So yeah, so the chickens have got up here. All my spinach is gone. Yeah, I hope you hope that they clean the weeds out, but they didn't. So yeah, and then we've been getting a couple of eggs a day now, which has been pretty good. We had a double yoker last night. She's been laying in this one of them, and then unfortunately one has been coming under these roosts here and bloody lying them right in the poo. Now I don't know how to stop that. In fact, if anybody knows how I can stop the chickens from, or one chicken, from lying its eggs in their own poo and try and encourage them in here. I've got fake eggs in there. Someone suggested to get some so they go into those areas. But if anybody's got an idea to stop them from laying their eggs there and getting them into here, yeah, just leave a comment, let me know. I'm willing to try anything. There's nothing worse than picking up an egg and there's poo stuck to it. But yes, but they've been turning this over really well. I'll put a couple more layers of the sugarcane mulch in here. I've noticed this sugarcane mulch breaks down so much quicker when the chickens are in here because they turn it over continually. You can see here, just continually turning over this, and then it just breaks down a lot quicker. They're mixing it in with the mulch and the soil and the dirt. But I'll do a couple more layers. When this breaks down, I'll do another layer, and so on and so on. And then I'll come in and then rake it all up, because it'll all have all the composted chicken poo and everything. It's going to be super rich, and I'll use this to put around the tropicals. And that's typical. First time it's rained today, and it's when I come out to do some filming. Now, as you can see here, the bananas here are starting to look really bad, and I only put this in a couple of months ago. Don't stress. It looks horrible, and all these leaves might die back, but I guarantee you this will get some new growth on it. All these will. One's in the pot. You can see these here in the pot. Look, this looks sick. Look how sick that one looks. but they'll grow back. They'll grow back. These are my avocado seedlings here. Now I planted these from seed, and yes, look, some of it does look sick, but I could quite easily prune this and encourage new growth out of that. Same with that new growth, it came out too late, so it's going to look a bit sick. But these are my seedlings I grew from just supermarket bought mangoes. And yes, mango seedlings are true to type. And well, you'll actually get multiple seedlings out of one seed if you're lucky. And if you pick the biggest one, I think it'll be a clone to its parent. Again, avocados still doing really well. A few more months yet, and these are the Hass avocado, but I promise you, these will taste different to a store-bought Hass avocado. And the reason for that is these are going to be ripened. Yeah, it's a beautiful one, that one. These are going to be ripened on the tree. And what I mean by that is, you'll find that if you go to a supermarket, you might purchase one that actually looks like that, quite green. Right, but I'm not going to pick these until they either fall off or this skin starts to go browny, purpley colour. And that tells you that it's fully ripened on the tree. And again, if you know, that's quite sturdy on there, but when it's ripe, I'll be able to just move it sideways just slightly, and it'll just snap off the stem really easily. But right now, that ain't coming off. But yes, you know, there are some small ones, but they're going to taste just as good. There's lots of them. I'm so excited about this. I'm still getting the nibbles off something's nibbling at them, but they're not nibbling much. It's like the same avocado, and they come back, test it. I think some of them they can't get to. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a possum. I've got another mango here, another seedling here. See, out in the elements, the only protection it's getting is this tree. It's like a little microclimate I've created in here, where I put some of these more sensitive plants. I'll go around the back here. This is the shampoo ginger. This is a subtropical ginger. It's not an edible one. This is one that produces this ginger type looking, but then this looking stuff, and then it will shoot out another stem which will have the flower on it, like a cone flower. I'm really excited about that one. But that'll die right back, just like a normal ginger would. And then you got the other two mangoes here. These are ones that I've grown from seed as well. I had a lot more, and a lot more varieties. Calypso, nah, couldn't get them. I got them to germinate, but nah, they just didn't like it. So I ended up just chucking them out. I'm guessing the ones that have survived are going to be the R2E2 and the Kensington Pride, the Bowen mango. And you know, it's doing alright. It's doing okay. This one's quite a short stumpy one with a bit of growth coming out the top here. I can't see any evidence of new growth, not like the big one up the top. But again, under the avocado tree for some protection here. The orange tree. Again, we're starting to see some new growth out of this as well. Hopefully we'll get more oranges this season I should say. We've got one off it this year, ridiculous. Again, we've got the stone fruits here, fully pruned back. I'll have to give this another spray for leaf curl and brown rot, because we lost most of our crop from brown rot. So unfortunately, same with the plums. They got it as well, but the plums are all fully pruned back. The cherries pruned back. I've still got the apple to do, which I wasn't going to do that one. And I've pruned back every other fruit tree apart from the 2 apples, because this one's still got a lot of leaves on it, and I don't want to prune this in case you encourage new growth to come out, which will just die back in a frost. So you want to wait until it's not, until it's fully dormant. So yeah, we got the avocado inside here, the Farute. And again, this really doesn't have any protection. This is its first year in the ground, and although it's not really growing that much now, when I put it in the ground, it did take off quite quickly. They are actually quite a fast growing plant, but we've had several days of frost already this season, and I can't see any damage at all from this one. No frost damage. But what I have noticed is there's no bud growth really at all compared to the other 2 that I've got under the pergola there. And even the Hass is really, it's just got some little tiny bud growth starting to happen. You can just see at the top here. Not much though. Which actually, if you watch one of my other avocado videos, do's and don'ts, I have noticed that there is a difference in time to the avocados when they start to bud. So the window for cross pollination is even less, because you'll have the bacon budding and flowering before the Hass, which is a good plant to have to cross pollinate, although you don't need to. The Hass never had a cross pollinator, and I did some inquiries in the town I live in, and no one has a B-type avocado in close proximity to where I live. There's no chance I'm getting a cross-pollination from another variety. I know none of my neighbours have them. That's across the road, behind me, several houses each side of me. They don't have them. So I'm not getting any cross-pollination from another avocado from someone else. So this one's fruited all on its own. In saying that, when I did do some investigating, and this was on a residents group, wow, was there some discussions on how people think avocados grow. So come September, October, when this one starts flowering again, I am going to go into a bit more depth on the flowering of an avocado. I'm going to take photos of the same flower bud over several days and film it and show you how the avocado tree actually flowers, and hopefully I'll be able to show people actually how these avocado trees work, because it's not like any other type of tree that flowers, because believe it or not, an avocado tree, doesn't matter what variety, produces male and female flowers. But we'll get into that at another date when it's spring and it's a bit easier to point things out and stuff. So yes, and then we've got over here, and these are all the other younger fruit trees which have all been pruned, transplanted ones. So we had the plum, which was where the banana circle was. We had the fig that was over near the window there, which is now here. A bit worried, as you can hear, very boggy. I'm not even too sure what this, I've never seen this in my garden before. It's like an oil. Look at this. Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. I think it's chicken poo. I think it's chicken poo. I'm hoping that's chicken poo. It looks like oil slick. Yeah, look. Yeah, that's chicken poo. You can see it's been mixed in and it's running off. I got a bit worried then. I thought I had a... Yeah, you can see it everywhere. Here, 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 here. Yeah, it's definitely the chicken poo. But yeah, I'm getting so flooded out here. It's just so wet. I'm a bit worried about this part here because it's so boggy. And I think it's because I've been doing a lot of work. I've built the chicken enclosure, I've been moving the garden beds, I've been replanting, and I think I've just churned it up. And then over here, the prune plum, the Tamarillo red one, still growing. It's still growing new growth, which is good. It must love it here. But I think come spring, when we do get into more growth, this is going to have to be... I've got a stake in there, but it's just not big enough. I'm going to have to get a bigger one to hold this up more. Otherwise they just snap. And the chickens are coming up here, eating. They haven't been touching the avocados, the seedlings here, which is good. You can see this one here. This one's fine. This hibiscus, still trying to flower. They'll open. As you can see, the bananas are getting more and more yellow. Again, I'll just leave them. Mangoes under here, looking alright. So there it is. Chickens digging up all the mulch. They're doing their job. They're tilling it for me. They're pooing all in the areas. And they're deliberately here, these, to actually keep them out from digging too deep around the base of that and digging up the feeder roots to the trees. I probably need to put some under the avocado. But I did go under there the other day and I don't think I dug deep enough. I've been trying to pull the worm out. No? What a good work. And they're going to destroy the strawberries. But when these 3 trees fruit, one net goes over the entire lot and then down to the front of this here. So the strawberries will be covered as well. And already I've got the compost bins. I've started filling these up. The other day I cleaned out my fish pond. And already, so you can see the worms in here already. Look, one right up here. And all at the top here. I clean out the pond and pull out all the pond weed. And yeah, that's good stuff too, the pond weed. Be surprised how much you get once you've got an established pond. I've got a heap of grass clippings in here, and I put the chicken, when I clean out the chicken coop, that goes in here as well. You can see a bit down there. I've got some pond weed in there. Be a while before I get any good compost out of that. And then yes, here we go with the bamboo that was attacked by cockies and they've just destroyed it. It'll still grow. Devastated though. Most of these new shoots down here are probably starting to rot now. Chickens have devoured all the potato. So that's why I've created this potato box here. I'm going to make a couple more of these. And I grow my potatoes in these, and I think even sweet potato. I'll make some boxes up. And then when you harvest, you just pull one off at a time, and then you're just left with a big mound of dirt, and just break it up, put the dirt back in, or use it in another garden bed. But that's what I'm going to do with that. Alright, just thought I'd do a quick update. I've closed off all this veranda for the chickens, as you can see in here. I've closed that end off, and then I'll be able to shut this door, have the door open here, so in the summer have the windows open, and in the summer I can keep it cool in there for them at night. So yeah, you can see had some fence palings left over, so I've just put them up here, and they could even come out here if need be. The feeder's doing pretty good. They do end up flicking a bit of dirt in it, and the water, excuse me, I'm in a little area, and then the water cups here, they're doing really good. You do have to come in here sometimes and just test it, because it does fill up with dirt, as you can see. Sorry, it's a bit hard under here, but I come in here, and if I just put my finger in there, you can see that filling up with water very slowly. Fills up with water, see? There we go, it's overflowing now. And then so we'll just test this one. You can see that filling up nicely. So every time they come in to drink and touch that valve, a little bit of water goes in each time. But as you can see, they're working fine. And then it's all gravity fed, as you can see the hose. It's just a garden hose I cut up. Comes into this water container, which you can get from Bunnings for. There's still lots of water in there. I don't completely seal that lid, because if it gets sealed, the water might not come out properly. It'll come out to a certain extent, and then you're not going to get the air coming in, so it won't come out. But yeah, so I've created that. What I'm going to do, what I'll do later on is get a hose coming out from the top, then I can just come out here and fill it every time. You can see there's the tap. Hose, gravity fed. Got some nice broccoli here, which I'll harvest soon. It's coming up nicely. Cauliflower's looking terrible. This one looks alright, but I always have the problem of it getting really thinned out. It's not good. I've never really been that crash hot. If anybody knows how I can grow big heads of cauliflower without it all spreading out like that, again, leave another comment. Any tips would be much appreciated. There's another one in here. And again, this will be harvested, pulled out, mulched, and then one of the avocados might go in there. I might actually see if I can squeeze in 2 trees in here. See how I go. Because originally, before I decided to get chickens, this was all going to be filled out with fruit trees. But maybe once this avocado's established, it's gone up a lot higher, and I don't have to protect the roots as much. Maybe I'll move along and grow another one. Maybe in the front here, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Oh, got stuck in the mud then. There we go. Highly recommend chickens. Haven't had any problems with the dogs and cats. And they're good fun. Look. Oh, look, eating the weed. Eating the vegetables. Sometimes when I run out of room for cauliflower and that, I just try and find areas to put them. And these were looking really good. Look at that. I think they were cabbage. Actually, I think it was cabbage. Not anymore. Really girl. Dragon fruit cuttings here. Oh, look at this weed here. Just pull that out. Like that. Yeah, eat that. So this is a dragon fruit cutting I did. Let's have a look. Is there any roots? I don't think there are. Oh, hang on. No. No, I don't think there's any roots developed yet. Hopefully we'll get some out of it. And the dragon fruits I got delivered the other day from Daly's, one got damaged. I lost the top of it here. It's a shame, but what I've done is left this out. That's the bit that snapped off. It wasn't a small bit, quite big. I'll let this dry out. And then I'll pot that up. See if I can get that to grow again. Because that's a pretty good variety, this one. This one here, it's a dark star. It's supposed to be a very sweet one. Pink skin. A melon-like flavour, that one. Didn't really say that one. Yes. Alright. I was going to take out the front, but I think I'll give the video's already gone for over half an hour, so I think I might just call that, wrap it up now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And again, please leave some comments. I really need some advice on how to stop the chicken from laying its egg on its chicken poo underneath the roosts. I think we've got 2 chickens laying now. One goes in the box, the other one just lies it underneath. Pretty much the same spot every time. But yes, please let me know if there's anything I can do to stop the girls from doing that. Alright, again, thanks for watching. Take care, bye.